So today we are back at 42 Gear Street, number 4. I'm a bit late to the party on this one, but I'm about to play and demonstrate an amp for you that I've wanted to get my hands on for quite a while. This is the St James by Blackstar. This is the 6L6 model. They do an EL34 model, which is voiced slightly differently, so this is specifically for the 6L6 version. This is an amp that we all need, because nobody wants to be lugging in £65 heads to gigs. This amp doesn't have your typical output transformer. It uses a different type of technology, which enables the amp to be super light. It's a 2-channel amp. The second channel, the gain channel, has 2 different voicings. I'm going to run through the voicings to show you. On the back there's a cabinet simulated output. It has its own sort of IRs loaded in. It has 3 different versions, so you can just send your own DI to the front of house and also run your own cabinet on stage, so you can keep your cabinet down low but also maintain a good signal to the front of house. As you can see on the back of the amp, we have the 3 different settings for the IRs, various outputs for the speaker outputs, different impedances, and the effects loop with a switchable level and a foot switch. The USB output can be plugged into your computer, and you can actually use it as an independent interface, so you can do home recording. You can also take a level without the cabinet simulation if you want to apply your own IRs. So if you look at the front of the amp, we can see we've got a volume for channel 1, a gain for channel 2, 2 different voicings, a volume for channel 2, bass, middle and treble, a reverb, and a switchable power selection. So you can select 50 watts, 2 watts, or if you look in the middle, there's a sag control which simulates the output section of a loud valve amp. So now I'm going to play through the channels, starting off with a clean sound, and we're going to gradually get more and more dirty. So this is how the clean sounds. And that is with all the EQ controls set to 12 o'clock on the amp. So we're going to move over to the gain channel, and we're going to start off with voicing 1, which has been described to me by a few people as more of like an 800 kind of sound. Voicing 2 is more sort of high gain, probably more comparable to like an EVH, that type of thing. So this is the channel that we've all been waiting for. This is the second channel, the second voicing, so the full gain, full everything mode. I'm going to back the gain off to start with, so we're going to start at about sort of 10 o'clock, and then we're going to gradually sort of move through from there, then maybe play a bit of leads and hear how that sounds. So. Probably more than enough gain for most people, and that's only at 10 o'clock. So let's increase that. So for the higher gain setting, I've decided to change the guitar for something a bit more suitable for that kind of sound. So this is with the gain on 1 o'clock. Okay, so lastly we're going to play a little bit of lead. I'm going to switch between the neck and the bridge pickup. This is with the gain set to about 3 o'clock, more than anybody is ever going to need. These amps retail for $11.99, and that's for the EL34 version and the 6L6 version, so depending on what flavour of sound and amp you go for, there should be an option for you. I'd say that these amps are really, really well suited for people that gig often and are sick of the weight of the amps, just like me. I'd also say that this amp is great for anybody who is looking for an amp but doesn't want to buy an interface as well, and it wants an all-in-one solution that's lightweight, sounds good, is extremely versatile, also looks pretty good. Don't know if you've noticed. Currently the highest rated amp that they make in this series is 50 watts, but I think nowadays 50 watts is enough for nearly every situation, especially when you've got the options of the cab simulation out. You can have the cab on stage as your own personal monitoring, you can send lines out to the front of house, you can turn yours up or down, it doesn't interfere with what's going to the front of house. That's a big deal when you're playing small, any kind of venues, to be honest. I don't know about you, but that sounded great to me, so let me know what you think about it down below in the comments. All the links will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.